Back with another video, Long Legz AFC, and we are looking forward to the big FA Cup Emirates game this weekend, Arsenal versus Southampton. We're going to be playing away down south in Southampton. And look, man, FA Cup, it's a beautiful thing. It's the quarterfinals. It's one of our favoured cups. It's the thing we've won the most. And, you know, growing up, I loved watching us lift the FA Cup, whether it's in the 90s or the early 2000s, or even more recently as well. Great tournament. It's the, like, for me, the best cup that you can win in the world, apart from the World Cup, but domestically, definitely the FA Cup. However, we've seen what's going on with the international break. They brought back everyone: Nkapie, Saka, Rice, Zubomendi, you name it. They brought everyone back because they said, look, we need our players back fit, ready for the final quarter of the season, and rightly so. But the players that got left out there, man like Victor Gyökeres doing damage, taking Sweden now to the World Cup tournament, a last minute goal. The game before that got a hat-trick in the friendly. Like, bro, like, he's been on smoke. Absolutely on smoke. And, you know, Saka's back doing his thing. Brought out a new sauce and that. You get me? So, yeah, man. With Gyökeres and a bit of Saka sauce, who knows what can happen against Southampton on Saturday. But also, we've got to take into consideration, we've got Bournemouth in our first Premier League game after the break. We've also got our Champions League match with Sporting. So, against Southampton, is this a game where we're going to see a full first team? Is he going to rotate? Is he going to rest? Listen, we're now, I don't know what week we're in of the season, but we're deep in it now. And I'll be honest with you, I still am none the wiser on what the starting 11 will be from week to week. I have an idea roughly, but I couldn't tell you 110%. Mainly probably on the left-hand side. You never know if it's going to be Calafiori or Nkapie on the left. And then even on the left, on the left-hand side going forward. You don't know if it's going to be Martinelli or if it's going to be Trossard. So I'd say they're the two doubted positions going forward generally for Arsenal this season. But when it comes to the FA Cup, I would like to think we're playing Southampton, so there should be some form of rotation. There should be some form of consideration that the fact we've got Champions League and we've got the Premier League to finish off as well. So this for me would be a game where I want to see, I would like to see a lineup that we should have seen against Man City in the final. For me personally, where it should have been maybe Jesus starting, should have been Madueke starting, should have been Max Dowman and Norgard starting, and Mascara. That's the type of lineup I would prefer to see, personally. I think we've got the squad now. Don't be afraid to use them, Mikel. We've seen with previous seasons, he's left people like Wanyeri on the bench when we could have played him. He left Sterling rotting on the bench when, look, I'm not saying Sterling had the legs to play, but he still was another asset that we could have put on at certain times to rest other players. And now is the time that I think Southampton is screaming for Norgard to play. It's screaming for someone like maybe Jesus to play. You know what? Let's go from back to front. Yeah, let's start at the back. So, FA Cup, I'm going to say start Kepa. I feel like this will help with his confidence and redeem himself after making a mistake. And look, if we're going to say he's the cup keeper, he's the cup keeper. I'll just run it and play. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And before I actually go into the lineup, personally, I don't think this is the cup we should be striving for this season. I want the Premier League. I want the Champions League. If we get the FA Cup, cool. I'm not 100% bothered. It's not something I'm going to sit home and cry about. If we get back up against Southampton, I won't be happy. But if we get to the next round and we lose to City or whoever, Chelsea, I'm not going to be that mad, because my main focus is the Champions League and the Prem. So it's one of them ones. It's one of them ones, and it swings and roundabouts. If we weren't in the Champions League, then we'd say, yeah, boom, first team, mash these men up, no surrender. 5-0, go there, destroy them and get back home. But we're not in that scenario right now. We don't need to be. We need to relax. We need to use more of this. Yeah. So right, Kepa in goal. On the left hand side, I want to see if everyone's fit, everyone's been rested, they come back from international break early. If everyone's fit, I don't think Odegaard is, but everyone else is fit. Nkapia on the left. Mascara. No, sorry. Lewis Skelly on the left. Yeah. Mascara on the right. And I feel like I want to see Gabriel play. And I want to see Salmon play. That sounds crazy. But the reason being, I feel like Gabby doesn't need to play 90 minutes. But I feel like he needs to take young guy Salmon under his wing and say, boom. You know what I mean? Step up a bit. This is how we play. And I feel like that experience for him will be, it's going to be unmatchable. And then for the second half, I would say bring on Saliba to play with Salmon as well. That's my own personal take on it. That's what I would do, yeah? I leave Mascara right back, Skelly left back. Personally, that's what I would do. Timber needs resting. Ben White needs rest. That man needs resting, bro. I don't care what anyone says. This season, I've seen these guys come back from injuries and look so tired, barely able to get forward, just about making tackles. Something's not right, so let them rest. FA Cup Southampton, rest them up. Midfield, midfield, I think Zubi came back with a little niggle. Rice has come back early as well. I want to see Norgard. I'd say up in Norgard. We do the double pivot anyway, so yeah, Norgard. I'm not sure if it's Rice or Zubi really. Maybe they both play. They play a half each. Maybe that's the way to go forward rather than just letting Rice play 90 minutes again. Yeah, so I'd say Norgard and let's say Declan Rice. And then in the 10, it's tough, man. It's tough. But in the 10, I'm going to leave that position for now. I'm going to leave it for now. Actually, no, I'm not. Let's go with the 10. In the 10, I would say Max Darman in the 10. Put him in the centre of the midfield. See what we can do. I saw an interview once saying, with his parents saying, he is actually a 10. He's not a right winger. This is what the parents said. Growing up, he's been playing in the 10. He's not a right winger. He's just been he's been able to adapt that position. Cool. Put him in the 10. I think the FA Cup against Southampton away it's got his name all over it, surely. And I know I watch a lot of the other pods. And I watch a lot of the other Arsenal, I want to say content creators or critiques or social commentators, whatever we want to call ourselves. And everyone's got different opinions. And that's fine. And I actually like the different opinions and different perspectives because sometimes it gives me a better insight to what everyone else is thinking or new ideas. But I just feel like FA Cup has got that British heritage. It's like the jacket potato, the Cornish pasty of football, and Max Darman being a young English lad, this is his chance to just, like at the top of this English stage, do it against Southampton. And I feel like, yeah, put him in a 10. I feel like on the right hand side, Madueke. On the left hand side, Martinelli. So my thinking is these three players have got a lot of pace. I'm not going to play Kai Havertz because what I saw of him at Wembley was absolutely atrocious. And I don't know if he's ready to come back. I don't know what's going on. But I wouldn't start Havertz. That would be my 3. And then up top, I would actually start Gabriel Jesus. Which, if you watch one of the videos, you'll think, well, I know you don't really rate him that highly, but I think this is a game for him. This is our second team. I think should be playing. I think they're good enough, should be good enough to beat Southampton. Gabriel Jesus, he hasn't had, I can't think of a good game he's had this season. He had moments, but not a good game. I think against Southampton would be a chance for him to actually get a decent game under his belt. And Madueke as well. I think so far in the Cup games, Champions Leagues and FA Cups he's played, he's done all right. So I feel like give him the run, let him start. Give him 90 minutes. Like, well, you know, like the thing for me is when I've seen how Saka's been managed last season, season before, Saka would play literally 90 minutes a game. And he'd be walking like, he looked thrashed, he looked so tired. He looked like he needed a break. 70th, 80th minute, rotate. But no, he played 90 minutes. Give Madueke the 90 minutes. Give him the 90 minutes. Give Martinelli, I don't know about Martinelli, but give Dalman, Salmon, Norgard, give these players the 90 minutes. I actually believe that if Madueke got 10 games in a row, we would see a different Noni Madueke. And I'm not saying he's the best right winger. I'm not saying that. But he is the type of player that's going to thrive off consistency. And he hasn't had that. I'm different from Martinelli and Trossard. Them man have had their 90 minutes and whatever it may be. But yeah, Southampton, my score prediction. Whew, do you know what? I had a feeling that if Southampton were to score first, it's going to be absolute flipping chaos down there. If Southampton score first, it's going to be madness. Complete drama will unfold on TV. Obviously, I'm not going to the game. It will be chaotic, and we can't allow that to happen. I do think it's going to be 2-1 to Arsenal. I do think they will score. They're at home. The crowd's going to be behind them. The Southampton town is buzzing. You know, the Premier League leaders are coming to Southampton. This is huge. So I feel like they will get a goal. But I just feel like if they score first, it could be really, really real pandemonium down there, boy. But yeah, 2-1 to Arsenal. If Max Dowman starts, it's going to be the Max Dowman show. Remember, I said it. See you guys after the game. It's a late kickoff, 8 p.m. So finish around 10 if we don't go penalties and that. But yeah, I'm not actually going to post after the game. I'm going to post the next day because I like to watch the game again. Which sounds a bit weird. I like to watch the game again, let it simmer, let my thoughts, you know, get some seasoning and come back the next day rather than being hot-headed, emotional and off the cuff. I like to be more rational and think more logical and be a bit more pragmatic about my analysis of the game. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. If you can, like, share, but please subscribe. Let's get to 600. Peace.